with an exception of God himself, what could be more important to any brother than his wife and kids? Because as I said last week, even if we did not do it right, we should want our children to do it right. So if we became husbands before fathers, would there be less baby mama drama? Would there be less baby daddy drama? Genesis 4:1, this is the beginning of the Bible, but not the beginning of God. Follow me. Now Adam had sexual relations with his wife. He had sexual relations with his wife Eve, and she became pregnant. And notice this, he is married first and has, and I'll just use this term, relations later. This might sound prehistoric, and you're like, Pastor, what you talking about? Man, everybody doing what they do, you know what I'm saying? We getting down, we doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? But the Bible puts this thing in order for a reason. Because just think about it like this. If there's a woman who has waited for her husband, and a man that has waited for his wife, listen to this. Not only will we have less baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, but watch this, we would have less comparison. But watch this, she cannot compare you to Billy Bob, and you can't compare her to Susie. Well, Pastor, how am I gonna know it's good? It'll be the best you ever had. If we go into a realm, watch this, of fornication, where we are having premarital sex. Hear this, many people think if I get married, then I'll be delivered. Oh, let me walk this thing out. But if I'm not delivered from fornication, hear this, and I get married, now I'm just going to live a life of what? Adultery. Marriage doesn't deliver us. And some of us think that if we get married, then everything's going to be all right. No, we have to get things together before we enter, and watch this, into the covenant of marriage. Because marriage is more than a ring, it's more than a flower, it's more than some dresses, it's more than the cake. It's a commitment. How important are your wife and kids to you? There's an authority that even kids know that their father has that their mother don't have. I'm sorry, sisters, that say you don't need a man. Let me tell you, there's an authority that a man has that'll put your children in order. Who sets the precedence? The man sets the precedence. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Now, the first and most important job for any family man is this. If you write it down. Here it is on the screen. Create and maintain a culture of Christianity in your home. Watch this. Your wife and kids needs to be clear that serving the Lord for you is not an option. Amen. Watch the screen. You must model it before you can demand it. Amen. We can't have that. Do as I say, not as I do. The devil. How can you live your life without structure and order and expect your kids to live life of structure and order? If we're going to see order in our household, if we're going to see order in our children, we have to be the example of order and structure. You got to be a priest, a prophet, and a king. Ephesians 5:25, I'm almost out of your way, says husbands, and I'm about to rock it right here, watch this. Husbands, love your wife just as Christ loved the church, hear this, and gave himself for her. Three things. Men, three things I'm going to give you real quick. A man must have these three things for his wife and kids. Prayer. You got to pray for them. You got to protect them. And you got to provide. The end got to hit for your whole family. He's walking around looking for who he can divide. So men, hear this. You got to become the private detectives and investigators in your house.
Amen.
Check up under the mattress. Monitor the TV programming.
Amen.
Check the cell phones. Check the computers.
Amen.
Check into the schools. But if you doing your own thing and you ain't monitoring nothing, they texting who they going to text, sending body parts, y'all ain't gonna talk to me here. You don't know what's going on. The devil ain't even come to the front door, but he in your daughter's room. Watch this, because you have not monitored. Their good man will leave an inheritance, hear this, for his children's children.
Amen.
I haven't done enough if I just leave an inheritance for my wife and my children. But when Josh and my other children's get here, they should have an inheritance because of me.